Here in Forest Park, next to the Jewel Box, stands the Korean War Memorial. It reads, "Hours and flowers soon fade away. The legacy lives forever." The Korean War brought one of the coldest battles in U.S. military history. It was during the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir that it got to be 25 degrees below zero as the fighting raged for weeks in November of 1950. The war was so ugly that 5 months in, President Harry Truman, the man from Missouri, threatened to drop an atomic bomb on communist North Korea to stop its invasion of their southern neighbors. Here are the names of the Missourians, the chosen few, who fought in that legendary conflict. A young corporal from St. Louis was there and died in battle. The lost soldier was finally found all these decades later.
In nearly impossible mountainous terrain, American Marines and Army troops found themselves encircled by Chinese forces. They were outnumbered by at least 100,000. Freezing, with snow falling, the Battle of Chosin raged at a reservoir. 12,000 Americans and UN forces were wounded. 3,000 of those men died, including St. Louisan Jerome Hummel. He was a member of the Army's 7th Infantry Division Heavy Mortar Company. It was exactly 1 week after Thanksgiving. He was reported missing. His unit had been attacked. Decades later, in 2018, President Trump met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, and 55 boxes of remains were turned over. The military identified Jerome Hummel.
I never expected anything like this would ever happen for Jerry. He'd been missing for nearly 7 decades.
On a beautiful September day, Corporal Jerome Vincent Hummel finally came home.
So glad that we were able to put him to rest with his comrades.
With full military honors, the American flag was carefully folded from his casket at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery and presented to his brother, Leonard Hummel.
He was always a very kind person, a little headstrong. Most teenagers are. I loved him, and he's my hero.
And this long retired Army veteran saluted this young soldier, lost decades ago, as mourners wiped tears for a life given in service to our country.
The odds of his remains being found were just so small. And then when it finally happened and we were told about it, it was just like overwhelming, and it still is overwhelming. And he's a hero to this country.
In a rather remarkable twist in this year of the unexpected, another veteran who was lost on the battlefield in 1943 is finally home. Sergeant George Raymond Bud Reeser, who was a Marine from Deer Creek, Illinois, died on tiny Betio Island in the North Pacific. Sergeant Reeser was 25 when he and nearly 100 other Marines were killed. An honor guard met Sergeant Reeser's casket at Lambert Airport in September and escorted him to Washington, Illinois, for the public to pay respects. The Reeser family lost 2 sons to war. Sergeant Reeser's brother, Donald, was killed in Korea in 1952. Korea is often called the Forgotten War because of all the attention of World War II and Vietnam. But the stories of some Vietnam War vets are no longer forgotten. John Reedy is a photographer with a veterans charity called the Greatest Generations Foundation. He is traveling the country photographing 70 Korean War vets going coast to coast. Those pictures will be in a new photo book to be delivered free of charge to schools and museums all across the country, telling the story of these heroes and their time at war.
This is probably the most meaningful work that I've done in my career. I mean, nothing kind of compares with leaving something that has a legacy and has an impact that this kind of work does.
When I wear my cap, or people can see that I was there, I just let them know it was my turn.
On this day, Reedy was taking pictures in the Denver area. His book is expected to be released sometime next year. The Greatest Generations Foundation has even returned with veterans to the battlefields where they served. Reedy has gone on nearly 50 trips and taken close to 300 veteran portraits on site. Next, a soldier refuses to forget the people who were lost on the battlefield.
After I seen the reality of war, I told myself, I said, I have to do something to show my comrades the respect and honor that they deserve.
Plus, a man from St. Louis who is looking for arrowheads along the Mississippi River finds a war relic that brought a family to tears.
They say you get visits from heaven This is one of those. Grandpa, you know, he's reaching out to us